Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor coming at you with another Bitcoin episode. I know it's been over 2 weeks since I've made my last video, but I had to go on vacation and then I caught a really bad cold and allergies, and so now I'm trying to recover. I'm getting my voice back. But anyways, about me, let's talk about Bitcoin and what Bitcoin has been up to the past 2 weeks. So since I made my last video and I made my last Bitcoin buy here at about 53,900, Bitcoin's just exploded. Okay, so it's exploded almost about 10 grand higher, and now we've started to see Bitcoin kind of change. The momentum's kind of changed. We've started to see some huge gains over the last couple of weeks. There's been big news. I want to talk about all this stuff, and this video is probably going to be a little bit longer than usual, so please bear with me and watch till the end. I'd greatly appreciate that. I also appreciate if you like, subscribe, and also follow me on X and Threads as well. So Bitcoin, big climb. We saw it push finally above this 50-day EMA that we've been watching here at about 60K or so. Now it's tested resistance here at about 63,400. This is a huge resistance level, and then if it does actually get past that point, it'll go up to about 65. That's going to be your next resistance point for this. And if Bitcoin does actually bounce off of this level and come back down again, we can see here that support for at this 50-day EMA at 60K is going to be your support level to watch out for. Now, when it comes to Bitcoin, I've talked about this ultimate support band being extremely key, and making buys within this ultimate support band has proved to be a just fantastic opportunity for anybody who's looking to just trade Bitcoin. Come in here, buy it during this through this band here from about 58K to about 53.5. Buying in this band here has been very, very attractive, and we've seen strong bounces out of this band multiple times this year. And so far, we've seen kind of a reversal of the short-term negativity of the September Bitcoin woes, and we're moving into basically the next stage of the Bitcoin cycle. Now, we've seen whales buy during the time in which Bitcoin has been down. We talked about that in the last video, but we've also seen not only just whales, but people like Michael Saylor also buying additional Bitcoin from MicroStrategy. They bought a 7,400 Bitcoin. Okay, and this was just a couple of days ago. Michael Saylor continues to buy the dip. Not a big surprise for anybody that knows about Michael Saylor, but the simple fact is he probably got it at a reasonable price, actually, when he was buying Bitcoin. And I know it said about 61K, but he was probably buying all the way down through here multiple times. And so we've not only just seen Michael Saylor buy Bitcoin, we've seen the whales load up on Bitcoin. As soon as we saw the major dip down to 53K, whales have, according to this chart, the balances for whale addresses have gone from 613,000 all the way up to about 658,000. So we've seen a large 40,000 Bitcoin increase in that time of about 15 days or so. So that's been huge. And then we've also seen the wallet number Mr. 100 step in and buy large amounts of Bitcoin. This person, whoever this is, made huge Bitcoin buys on the 6th, the 7th, and then the 8th. Now, they've actually seen that they've reduced their Bitcoin holdings on the 18th and the 20th by about 1,200 Bitcoin, so it's actually come down a little bit. This whale has been a magnificent trader. They've gone in, they were buying down here, okay, and they were selling up here almost perfectly. And they've been buying down here in this region and selling up here for the past couple of months. And so this whale right here, definitely recommend you guys check this whale out. You can easily find this on BitInfo charts. It is known as the wallet number Mr. 100, and just watch this guy work. It's just a thing of beauty. Now, speaking of our September returns, Bitcoin's actually green for the month of September, which is very, very unusual for Bitcoin, because normally it's negative for the month of September. The average for September is about negative 4%. Now, this is compared to October, also commonly known as Pumptober for Bitcoin, in which Bitcoin is up and by an average of 23%. If this green holds, if Bitcoin exits September positive gains, that is almost all but guaranteed that we're going to wind up seeing a strong October as well. We've seen back in 2016 when September was green, October was green. In 2015 when September was green, October was green as well. And then back in 2023 last year when September was green, October was green as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are setting up for a huge run for Bitcoin right now. I think that it's possible we're going to wind up seeing in Q4 a huge increase in the Bitcoin price and a run all the way back up to all-time highs. Now, in addition to that, we've had good news. So, Eric Balkunas here has actually he's come out and made a post about the SEC accelerating approval for the listing and trading of options on IBIT. So IBIT is that Bitcoin spot ETF. So this is something that I expect is going to happen very soon. They're going to have a listing and trading of options for IBIT, probably not just IBIT, but also other Bitcoin spot ETFs. So those option markets are going to go up. And again, this is going to be huge for Bitcoin. It's going to increase liquidity for Bitcoin, and with more liquidity means larger gains and also larger losses, to be fair. So the other thing we've noticed is that the Mt. Gox distributions have mostly stayed flat. If we go ahead, we take a look at the 3 months for the Mt. Gox wallet, according to Arkham Intelligence. We haven't really seen a large increase or decrease to the Mt. Gox redistributions, so it's mostly just kind of gone sideways for now. There's still a little bit more money left to be paid out for Mt. Gox, $2.8 billion worth of Bitcoin currently that they hold. Now, the other thing I want to talk about that I think is actually going to be very bullish is I've noticed here on Forbes. Forbes recently brought up the idea here that there's going to be a $16 billion FTX distribution, and this is going to come in the fourth quarter of this year, potentially speaking. So for those of you that have been following FTX, recall the fact that FTX, after FTX basically blew up, the investors are going to wind up getting most of their money back from FTX. However, they're going to be getting it back in dollars, in fiat. They're not going to be getting it back in their crypto. They're not getting it back in Bitcoin or Solana or Ethereum or anything of that stuff. So they pointed out here that it's huge. It's 11 to 16 billion dollars of U.S. dollars being redistributed to FTX creditors. So what this means is that, potentially speaking, we could see crypto-friendly investors getting $16 billion worth of money that they can then put back into the crypto markets. Now, they said here that after the final approval of the court, the next hearing scheduled for October 7th. If approved, the estate will have 60 days to make distributions out to creditors, meaning cash will reach the hands of previous crypto buyers sometime before December 7th. And that right there is the key, because a lot of these people who are getting their money back, they're going to go back and they're going to probably buy more Bitcoin. They're going to buy more stable coins. They're going to buy more Solana and Ethereum. So this is a major catalyst, folks. This is a major catalyst. $16 billion, okay, compared to Mt. Gox redistributions of about $3 billion, it's much, much larger than that. So this could potentially provide us a catalyst. We could see Bitcoin climbing, again, above that 72K, 73K level and just explode from there. So that is huge, right? And I think that this reversal right now, it's not confirmed because there's still kind of more of an overall downtrend right now for the Bitcoin price. But that doesn't mean that we can't see a reversal eventually happen here within the next month or two. Okay, so that's something to keep aware of. But for now, we're kind of still in a medium-term downtrend still. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is options. So I talked about options last time I made my video about 2 weeks ago, and things have not really changed much when it comes to Bitcoin options. Max pain price is still sitting at $58,000. On September 27th, this Friday, we have huge expiries for Bitcoin, mostly when it comes to Bitcoin calls, and the total value, though, we have for calls and puts is $5.6 billion worth of call and put options set to expire on the 27th of September. And again, that max pain price is 58K, but we've already hit past 58K. All right, so it wouldn't surprise me at all to see some more seasonality rear its ugly head by the end of the month, and within the next week or two, a week and a half, to see Bitcoin actually go down again before the next pump that'll send us much higher, and I think that'll send us all the way back up to all-time highs. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, that being said, let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what you guys are planning on doing with your Bitcoin. I'm still holding the buy that I made back in earlier in September in this huge dip here, and I'm gonna hold it at least until we get up to all-time highs, and then I'll make a decision about what I want to do with it. Leave a comment below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.